All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Hope you guys enjoyed all the videos that I put on the main channel, Currency 365. And also I introduced Crypto Gamer on this channel and also on the main channel today. So Crypto Gamer is another guy. He's a 365 crew member, and he said, "Hey man, I got videos. Check them out. I'll be doing some ICO reviews and some coin reviews and stuff. So you can post my videos, and his videos are good. So I'll be posting his videos on the main channel and the backup channel. And as I told you guys, we are transitioning. Both of these channels are transitioning into the crypto world, into the crypto news, crypto ICOs, crypto videos about reviews on the coins, charts, live streams with Mike, and doing the crypto. Looking at the crypto charts and reviewing the coins and stuff like that. Also, I will be trying to do the Wall Street stuff again, or somebody can do the Wall Street stuff. I'll be posting the Wall Street wrap up videos or the Wall Street news videos as well. So we're moving. We're gonna be we're you can see both channels starting to move away from Iraq. Okay, because like I said, by 1118, I'm done talking about Iraq, and I think we've had a long time. I've been in and out of this since 2004. So how can people tell me, oh man, you need to continue to talk about Iraq even if they don't do it in 1118? Why do I don't need to do that, right? Iraq doesn't make me any money on this channel, on these channels. If you guys haven't figured that out, like they demonetized most of my, like 75 or more percent of my Iraqi videos are demonetized. Like I don't make any money from Iraq. For me to be able to, and I've worked my butt off, and now I don't make any money off of Iraq on YouTube right now. With both of these channels, I should be making good money on YouTube like other people, but other people aren't talking about Iraq, right? So other people, so they're able to see, they're not threatened for talking about Iraq. They don't have their lives threatened. They don't have all these issues that I have. They don't have people praying against you and all types of stupid stuff. And because you're talking about Iraq, so they get to live their lives normal, and I don't because I'm talking about Iraq. That's another thing that I need to. I'm definitely disconnecting myself from Iraq after 1118, and look, Iraq has enough time to get this done before now and 1118. Implement the economic reforms and get it done, right? So we'll see if that happens or not. But I can't wait to just remove myself from Iraq, because I'm losing out on so much revenue and on YouTube, and also just to get back to a normal life. I mean, the complaints that you have on these from Iraqi from the Dinar community is unbelievable. Like people are very, very angry, and people are very angry at each other and look, somebody could be living in Switzerland, another person's living in Sweden, another person's living in France, another person's living in Denmark, another person's living in Australia, another person's living in Guatemala, another person living in Brazil, and they're all fighting on Facebook on my page about Iraq, the country that they have never visited, a country that they've never been to, a country that they clearly haven't studied in great detail about, but yet they're fighting about that at 3-4 in the morning. Like that's how bad it's gotten in the IQD community. And so I don't want to, 1118. I'm done, man. I don't want no parts of this anymore. I'm gonna release myself from it, and I'm gonna be happy. And I hope and pray that this is the year that they make their move. Because if it's not, then what in the world did they do all this stuff for? Why did they get the ATMs and the Mastercards? Why did they put the lower notes in them? Why did they put the coins in them? Why did they do all this? Why did they change their CBI site? Why are they meeting with the IMF to do all these international economic reform stuff? Why do all that and then do nothing? And that will be a big problem. And I think if we don't see nothing by 1118, it's going to push people over the edge, and I don't want no parts of that. I will be out. Okay, and I will make sure that I am disconnected from the community, because I think the community is going to go outrageous if we don't see nothing by 1118. And this is one of the reasons why I said the date 1118, because I can already see, that the community, the IQD community, is going to go ballistic after that date if we don't see nothing. So I've already prepared myself to disconnect myself. I will remove all of my, I probably will remove all Iraq videos from my channel, because most of them don't make me any money anyways. They're either demonetized or they're corrupted videos. All the old ones, a lot of them are corrupted or demonetized and blah blah. YouTube has come down on me hard, so I want to make sure that I'm clear from that. I don't want to fight with YouTube or anybody else on this stuff. So we'll be going into Wall Street, stocks, cryptos news, ICO news, and I'm just gonna go with that and run with that and see how far I can go with that stuff before they then start attacking those videos, because they will start attacking the crypto videos in the future, okay? Because it's going to be a threat to the central banks and the printing of money, right? So, anyways, let's continue. Let's get on with the actual video. I wanted to make sure that was clear for you guys, where we're going in the future and how the video is. And I will be doing teachings on the videos. I'll still be doing teachings on this channel. We'll be mixing it up. We'll be doing the cryptos, but we will also be doing teachings. I will be posting the Mike's Bible study, the live stream Bible studies. I think he's moving that to Wednesdays now. So we'll be still doing all the variety, different things, plus the teachings, plus the prayings and stuff on this channel. The main channel will be strictly stocks and stocks and ICOs and cryptos and reviews on coins. Okay, so let's get started here. Vietnam has first credit rating company. I'm not sure it was Hadia that actually posted this on there on the Facebook page, but Vietnam has its first credit rating company. Okay, so it says here that the joint stock company has been licensed by the Ministry of Finance to provide the credit rating service for the first of its kind in Vietnam. So that's a good thing. Credit rating is common in many countries around the world, aiming to supply transparent information for investors and business people. It is meant to support the stock and bond markets, improve transparency, and promote capital mobilization via the stock market and protect investors' rights. All right. So Vietnam enterprises usually have their credit rated by global credit rating agencies such as Standard & Poor's and Moody's Investor Services. All right. Now they brought in their own joint stock company. Has been licensed. Okay, cool. Barger discusses the withdrawal of the petrodollar and talking about the recommendation with Baghdad. Yeah, we already went over that on 365. Says terrorist attack on Iraqi embassy in Kabul ends and staff evacuated. Wow, that's crazy. Suleiman's economy visits Fallujah to rehabilitate infrastructure. Okay, so you can see they had a meeting about Fallujah and the rehabilitation there. Flights between Russia and Iraq. Okay, or you can say Iraq and Russia, either one. Okay, so it looks like they're about to start flying between Iraq and Russia again. And now remember, Maliki just came back from Russia, and he also said that he wants Russian troops in Iraq. Okay, for stability, not just the American troops and the British troops and the French troops and the Australian troops and all the, those type of, he wants to see the Russian troops in Iraq as well for stability. Okay, he doesn't like, Maliki's against the Western world. Let's just put it that way, right? So he wants Russia to be in there because he likes Russia, and he likes Iranian troops and Russian-backed troops because those are going to be the partners, right, going forward. Russia, China, Iran, North Korea. Maliki is with that team. Okay, he knows that's the winning side in the future, so he's lining himself with Iran, Russia, China, South Korea, North Korea, Okay, and the bricks. He's lining himself with the winning side. Okay, he's not stupid. He's a smart man, but he's an evil man at the same time, right? So he says, "I want Russian troops in Iraq for stability." He doesn't want to. He hates taking orders from America. He hates doing the ways of the West, and he wants a Russia in there. So this is no surprise that Iraq's now going to be able to fly back and forth from Moscow, okay, to Baghdad, to maybe Basra as well, because Basra is the financial capital of Iraq. So it says the Ministry of Transport announced the imminent flight from Baghdad and Basra. Okay, there it is, to Russian capital Moscow. Okay, so after the meeting, a lot of times once we see meetings, we see a lot of big news come out. So I'm expecting if we see the IMF meeting tomorrow with Iraq, no guarantees that's going to happen, but we're looking for a meeting this week with them, and then after that meeting, we should see some historic news come out, okay? Because every time they meet, we see some big news. After they met in D.C., we saw the news about them presenting to the IMF their economic reforms. We saw the Mastercards. We saw news about the ATMs, Mastercard. All this stuff started coming out, right? So after this next meeting that they're about to have, which is probably their biggest meeting ever. We want to see some historic news come out from this meeting. MP Abadi announced the visit of an official delegation to Kurdistan to solve the oil disputes. Now, remember, guys and girls, I told you guys 2 months ago, I said there is no disputes. These people are not disputing oil, okay? Because if they were, they would be crazy people, right? We've seen over maybe in the last 5 years in articles alone. There's probably been 3,000 articles that have said the same thing about going to the Kurdistan region to resolve oil disputes. Kurdistan region coming to Baghdad to resolve oil disputes. They've said this at least 3,000 times in the articles in the last 3-4 years. So you think that this is the case? No, these people are not crazy. Okay, they're not stupid and they're not crazy. Okay, so they're just telling you that they're disputing oil because the oil deal isn't publicly made known. Okay, the herbal agreement and the oil deal aren't publicly known. Okay, so they're just telling you guys that every time they meet up, they're disputing the oil deal. It's a bunch of lies. Okay, but it is what it is. They want to keep it going. That's on them. That's not on us. It's their country. They get to put out whatever they want to put out. Announcement of the date of the payment of salaries of retirees in the Kurdistan region. I don't know why they keep putting these articles out every month, the same thing over and over again about payments to people in the government or employees. Who cares? Overthrow of the three men, three of them, including the official in Baghdad. Okay, so what happened here? The Iraqi, I know what happened, but I want to read this here. The Iraqi security authorities said on Monday that they arrested three members of the Al Qaeda organization, including an official in Baghdad. Oh wow, cool. So here's Maliki again, doing a lot of talking lately. Maliki's policy mobilizes a global war on terrorism and rejects foreign rules. Okay, yeah, it's funny. He rejects foreign rules, but he's influenced with Iran, and he's also influenced by Russia and China. But he rejects foreign rules. It should say he rejects Western foreign rules. Okay. So that's what he really rejects. He praises Iran and Russia and China, but he hates America and most of Europe. Even though he has a big mansion in Europe, right? I think he in the UK. I think he actually has in London. I think I'm not sure where the mansion's at, but I thought it was in London. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember. If you guys remember, let me know. Islamic World Bank becomes profitable in the second quarter. Okay, but this is not audited. This is the unaudited financial statements of the World Islamic investment and finance bank listed on the Iraqi Stock Exchange showed a shift in profitability during the second quarter of 2017. Okay, so this is not audited. I want to see the audited numbers because usually when it's audited, it comes down a lot, the numbers. So we want to make sure we wait for the audited numbers to see if they're still profitable. And you guys already know about the launch of the internet that took place as well. It says here, in light of the financial crisis in the country, the Central Bank of Iraq provides facilities for investors. Okay, it says, let's see here. It says that the results of low oil prices, the Central Bank of Iraq circulated to the Iraqi financial institutions asking to lend to investors who completed rates reaching 25%. Okay, I don't know what 25% means, but whatever. Okay, so basically giving out loans and stuff like that, getting people into the banks, giving out loans. We know about the loans that are going to the for jobs and creating jobs and car loans and all the things that they're trying to do to spur things back up for the economy. Barzani talks about the government in Baghdad did not implement Article 140 on the disputed areas. Now, the United Nations commanded Iraq and Abadi to implement Article 140 for the disputed areas. And now you have Barzani and the Kurdistan president saying that they even with the United Nations command to Iraq to implement Article 140, they still have not implemented Article 140 according to President Barzani. This is one of the reasons why he wants to go independent. I don't know what is so hard to understand about that, guys and girls. Baghdad doesn't do anything. Okay, so and how do we know? We're still sitting here in July 31st, 2017 with no economic reforms. The same economic reforms that Abadi said he's going to give his life for back in 2015? Like, are you kidding me? So, yeah. I don't blame Barzani for wanting to go independent. Please do not come off of the independence. Stay with the date of the September 25th and go all the way to that date until Baghdad caves in and gives you everything that gives Baghdad and the Kurdistan region and the world everything we are looking for, and stops delaying everything, because they are so corrupt in Baghdad. There's no way Barzani stops the independence. It says a referendum is not a pressure card, but our way to independence. No, Barzani, just speak real, bro. The referendum is a pressure card on Baghdad to release that rate, to release themselves from to the economic reforms back into the international stage. It's the way to give you guys purchasing power, and also to get the oil revenues and the herbal agreement. That's what it's for. Nothing else. I don't want to hear about it's not a pressure card. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's what we want to see. We want to see this. We want to see the Kurdistan region go to the 25th for independence, because I believe USA, Britain, and Iraq, Baghdad, are going to be so nervous that they're going to have to stop the delays and force the economic reforms, because they're going to lose the Kurdistan region, in my opinion, unless they rig the voting system or something like that. Anyways, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, because look, guys and girls, in my opinion, if the Kurdistan region backs away from independence, we're going to next year. We're going into 1118, and then we'll see what happens at 1118 if Allah does what he's supposed to do or not. If he doesn't, I'm done. I'll put the IQD away and I'll move on. Say peace. You delayed machine fools are just, you guys want to corrupt your country, and the rest of the world is allowing you to do it. So, that's fine. Because if the IMF and the World Bank and the United Nations and the BIS and the U.S. Treasury want to continue to waste their time and continue to and continue to work with these guys and spend trillions of dollars and on a country that doesn't care about themselves, then that's on them. I'm moving on. I'm moving on to things that actually make us money. So that's on them. And the things that make us money right now is cryptocurrencies, and that's what a lot of you guys have made 5 figures and 6 figures off of cryptocurrency this year. While you're waiting on Iraq to take that seems like it will never happen. So I'm glad that we brought cryptocurrencies to you guys, and you guys are kicking butt. And a bunch of you guys are going to make a bunch of money off of DigiByte here very soon. I think in this month of August, DigiByte's going to explode looking on the charts. So, and also some of the other coins that we like as well. SC Coin, Stratus. I like Gollum, but Gollum's looking weak right now, but I think it's going to turn around big time in the month of August. Litecoin is going to turn around. Litecoin's at 42 right now. Litecoin's going to get some massive news coming up within the next, I think, 2 to 3 weeks, and it's going to explode according to the data sets. Big news is coming out for Litecoin within the next 3 weeks, so look out for Litecoin. I think it definitely will be going over $100. A lot of you guys are going to make money on that by the first week. By mid-September, Litecoin or the first week of September, it all depends. Litecoin will be over $100. Ethereum's going back to 500 or 400 plus, and 500 by the year end. And Bitcoin's at 2,793. We'll see Bitcoin over 3,000 here very soon, and then it's going to probably end the year at 5,000. Those are things that we can see. Those are things we can read on the charts. Those are things that we can make money on, guys and girls. We have no clue what Iraq's going to do. Well, we know the past. Iraq likes to delay. We're hoping that the IMF and the World Bank and the BIS and the United Nations grab Iraq by the throat in this meeting coming up, and they absolutely do everything for them. Basically, they announce the economic reforms. Basically, they bridged the gap to the CBI, and they changed the rate for them. They changed the rate on the borders as well. Okay, then they free up the borders and allow the world to come on in. Okay, even if Allah does not want that to happen, they just force it on them. Okay, and that's it. And so that's what we can do. We can do that because the United States has the right to do that. Okay, even though they are a sovereign country, we still have the right to do that for their financial benefits, okay, of their country. So that's where we're at right now, guys and girls. I know it was an up and down video, but I'm telling you the truth about where I stand and what I'm going to be doing come after 1118, and I'm not backing away. I am going to remove myself from the IQD and Iraq as a whole, and I'm going to focus on things that are actually making people money. And that's it. Talk to you guys later. Eyes open. Let's hope this is the month in August or September or October. I don't know. Between now and 1118, we better see something. Okay, and the whole world is waiting, right? The whole world is furious, right? And so they're waiting, and they're like, "Come on, let's go," right? And so let's see what happens. That's all we can do. And then after that, throw your hands up. Put your stuff in the safe, put all your investments in the safe, and lock it up and move on and keep it moving. All right? That's it. Eyes open. Bye.